Remission of ABSD for a married couple. I bet you don't know this. A married couple may be eligible for ABSD remission of the purchase of a residential property if the remission conditions under the stamp duty rules are met. Under two conditions. One is the joint purchase by a married couple who does not own any residential property. Two is the joint purchase of a second residential property by a married couple. For the first one, the joint purchase by a married couple who does not own any residential property will allow you to have full ABSD remission to be applicable to any married couple who purchase a residential property jointly. The couple must include a Singapore citizen. This is important, and the property must be purchased under both names of the couple only. In addition, both couples must not own any residential property. So if one of them own a property already, so you should look at the second clause. Joint purchase of a second residential property by a married couple. ABSD remission may be applicable to a married couple who purchase a second residential property jointly if the remission conditions are met. So what are the conditions? First, the married couple do not own an interest in more than one residential property, each at the date of the purchase of the second property. So what does this mean? It means that at the point of time when you do remission, you cannot be already bought another property. So that's what they're trying to say. The second is that ABSD must be paid on the second residential property. Then you can apply for a remission. Third, the first residential property co-owned or separately owned. Listen carefully, co-owned or separately owned is sold within 6 months after what? The date of purchase of the second property for the completed property, or the date of issue of the TOP, which is the temporary occupational period, or CSC, certificate of statutory compliance, whichever is earlier. So if the property was uncompleted at the point of time of purchase, so meaning to say that regardless if you buy a resale or a new launch, if it's a new launch, then the date of issue of this TOP is applicable. If it's a resale, then the date of purchase of the second property for the complete property is applicable. The fourth will be the married couple must remain married. There must be no change of ownership in the second residential property at the time of sale of the first residential property. So what does this mean? It means that the couple cannot unmarry at the point of time, so must stay married. And on the fifth point is that the married couple has not purchased or acquired any other residential property since the purchase of the second residential property. So what does this mean? You cannot midway say you change and buy another property. This will not work. Okay. So lastly is that this is the most important. The application for the refund of ABSD must be made within 6 months after the date of the sale of the first residential property. So means that once you have already sold your property of the first one, then you can make the remission. So just take note on that. So for married couples, it's encouraged to start marketing on your first property as soon as possible at a realistic price to ensure that you can meet this 6 months timeline for the ABSD remission, as the extension of this 6 months timeline will not be possible. So married couples, please ensure a buyer for the sale of the first property before purchasing the next property to avoid incurring ABSD. So just take note, okay? So if you still have questions and would like to reach out, please call me, Josh. See ya.